following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
This is Hangin with the Talkin' Cowboys break.
Now that's a mouthful.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Well, it is actually Hanging with the boys, but it's only me because my good buddies Kurt and Nate did not make it out to training camp, so we'll resume the normal show when we get back to Frisco. But I do have a special guest with me today for the very first show here at training camp. We're joined by none other than Blake Jarwin. How you doing, Blake?
Doing great. It's an honor to be the first guest.
Yeah, and I seeked you out today after practice, and I was like, there's only one person that we can get on the show to kick it off, and that was you.
Hey.
Because you have such a rapport with the show because Kurt told you last year you were snake bitten.
He did.
And we have not let him live that down since that moment. That's like a running joke on our show. So, oh, man. So how you been? How's been the offseason?
Yeah, I've been good. Did some traveling this offseason with my girlfriend, kind of refreshed my mind, and now ready to get back to it.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I was in the Dominican Republic for a little bit. Made it out of there alive.
I was going to say, that's a bad place right now, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it was fun, though. I had a great time, and then went to Arizona for a little bit, played some golf.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the Arizona connection?
It was just, hey, let's go somewhere real quick. And
yeah.
It was a weekend trip right before we left. So
big golfer?
I love to golf. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
If I could fix it off the tee box, maybe I'd have a chance.
Yeah.
But,
what's a typical score for you?
Oh, high 80s probably right in there.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
Well, it's not great, but I'm a great scramble partner.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is what year for you? Going into 3?
Going into 3, yeah.
So what's different, I guess, this year? We'll talk a little football, and then I don't want to talk too much football, but what's different for you this year coming into training camp other than knowing how to get from your room to where to eat to the clubhouse and all that, but what mentally, I guess, is different for you?
Yeah, I think every year you kind of find more and more yourself. You find that routine that's good for you and what works. And then also having that year of experience. I didn't play much my rookie year, but this last year I got quite a bit in there. So having that experience behind me kind of built a little bit of confidence in me coming into this year. And so learning the playbook and just getting more comfortable with it's been nice. You got Big Whit back in the room, so that's a big help for us all. He's a great asset to the tight ends.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody you talk to has asked you what's that like with him being back.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a beat. I mean, he's the same guy he was my rookie year. He comes out here and he works hard and he pushes us all to be better every single day. So couldn't ask for much more from that guy. And then just a tremendous leader for the team still. Yeah,
it seems like he's been around the building now this offseason a little bit, and he seems to us, the media, the public or whatever. He seems like he's like a little kid. Like he used to kind of be a little, little. There's a little barrier there, but now he's like, like he's really, really having fun this year. Is he a little different behind closed doors too, or?
Oh, I think it's the same way. Yeah, he just loves ball and he wants to get back out there and play with us. So it's tremendous to see like how he prepares day in and day out and goes out and does that. It's going on his 16th year. It's impressive. And like you said, yeah, he's real giddy and he's excited.
Yeah. So speaking of ball, I've got to tell the public, because there weren't a lot of people out of practice yesterday. I was about 5 feet away from one of the most athletic plays I have ever seen in my life. And the athleticism came after you ran, about a 12?
About 14 yards.
14-yard out.
Yep.
Caught the ball, pretty much toe tapped to stay in bounds, full speed, and there was a jugs machine in between the two fields.
Yep.
Full speed, you hurdled it, turned your hips in the air, almost flipped over it, landed, get up, said it was a catch, and all you had to show for it is just a little red scrape on your arm.
A little red scrape, yeah. That was a big emphasis for Nussmeyer. He's been telling me to make sure I get out of my 7 cut and just keep running out of it. And so I was having a good time with him yesterday, saying he was trying to get rid of me with that jug machine right there, because that's what happened. Ran through it, caught the ball, and jumped for my life. Luckily, I made it over. Yeah, just kind of got a little spot on my arm, but
you're good.
I'm good.
Okay,
ready
good.
To rock today.
Okay, good deal. Yeah. So, the New York game last year, 3 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah.
What was that like? Was that one of the bigger moments of your career? Or?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. To have that, that belief in Dak that he wants to throw me the ball that many times in the game and get me in the end zone like that's tremendous. Just goes to the work we all put in together, and I was just in the right spot at the right time. But I try not to think of it too much. I'm a young player. I don't want to get content with just that. I got a lot of other things I want to work on and get better on. And so even in that game, I could have done a lot more differently, I think. So just putting the next step forward and putting the good stuff behind me as well as the bad stuff and moving on to the next part. So
we were getting on the airplane, and we asked you what's the one thing that you couldn't come to training camp without.
Yep.
And what was your answer?
It was the Nintendo Switch. So I could show Schultz how to play some video games on the plane.
So do you and Schultz have this competitive thing going with video games?
Yeah,
like, what's the deal with that?
The deal. He's actually a really good gamer. He's a PC gamer, like through and through, and has done it for a long time. And so I'm always giving him a hard time, telling him I'm going to beat him. And actually, I struggle at times to do so. So it's kind of my my mental break, I guess you could say. We go do stuff like that, and he destroys me sometimes. But sometimes I hang in there and hold my own. Have you guys been over to Complexity? He actually took me over there a few weeks back. Yeah, it's an incredible spot. Oh yeah, it's so cool. They're about to put in a massive ribbon deal. They said it's going to look that big LED out on the road. Look crazy. Yeah, we'll have to get when we get into the season or get back to Frisco, we'll have to get you guys over there and pick a game and figure it out and do some kind of social video with that. Would love that. Yeah, maybe get all the type. Maybe even get the old man over there. Get Witt over there with you guys. Yeah. I don't know if he has time for video games. He's got 20 kids, doesn't he now? 4, I think. Yeah, it's the same thing. I don't know, but yeah, no, you could definitely catch us over there. We want to go check it out, and it's a cool spot. It's so close too. You just run over there. Yeah. So what do you do? So obviously you like to travel. You went out of the country, went to Arizona. You like to play golf, video game a little bit. What else do you do? You don't have much downtime, obviously, during the season, but whenever you do have a little bit of downtime or off season, what are some other things that you like to do outside of football? Yeah, in off season, my family's just 3 hours north up in Oklahoma City, so I go see them quite a bit. Just drive or you take Jerry's helicopter? I haven't reached that level yet. No, not me yet. Either. But maybe one day. No, I just drive up there and go see my family, and make sure I keep those connections, as good as I can, because I can't see them a lot during the year. Maybe Sunday night for about 30 or 45 minutes on the ride home, but besides that, I'm busy. So I just go up there as much as I can, see all my old friends from high school and college, and just try to keep those connections. Yeah. So them being that close, and that's where you're from, your friends and family. Do they make it down to a lot of games? Yeah, absolutely. I got quite a few friends that come down all the time, and they understand we don't get a million tickets, so I can help them out here and there. But they're really good about that, and not wanting to all stay at my house either, because I know I like my space at times. Do you live? What area do you live? You live in Dallas? You living up in Frisco? Yeah, McKinney. McKinney? Yep. Okay. And what's what game on the schedule are you looking most forward to this year? The first one. Yeah. Let's just get to the first game, and we got a lot of these preseason games, and we'll take those seriously for sure. Mm-hmm. But I know the end goal is to get to game one and to start the season off right. So we're going to do what's necessary this offseason or this training camp and get prepared for the year. Yeah. What's so far? So the Giants obviously was a big game. This is you got 2 years under your belt. Is there any NFL standout moments or any moments? Hell, it could be in a practice, it could be at training camp. Is there anything that's kind of like your cool NFL moment? Anything stand out? No, not too much. It's sometimes I just sit back and I look up and I say, man, I get to compete with the best guys on the planet at the sport I love to play. So that's really sometimes that's awesome to me, I think. And I have to sit back sometimes and get stressed. You mess up on something, and it's gonna be okay. Just get going on the next play, but also realize where you're at. You're with the best guys on the planet, so it makes it fun out there. You get to compete like that. Yeah, and it's not a bad building we go to work in every day. No. I mean, the facility is. I mean, it's okay. I mean, Mr. Jones did an okay job when he built that place. A little bit above average, yeah. No, that place is incredible. A little bit above average. Right. I had something I was going to ask you, and I totally lost my train of thought because we're in this beautiful place. This is, sure. Tell you what, it doesn't get any. I don't know if there's a training camp setup that's any better. You can't see it on camera. Practice field's behind us. We literally sleep. What is that? Probably 50 yards, 60 yards from here. We roll out of bed. These guys go to meetings another probably 200 yards from here, and we walk everywhere. The weather's in the low 80s, high 70s. I mean, it's an awesome place that they've set up out here for us, and that we come to work every day. So
One thing before we go,
Yeah.
because I know you got to get to practice. By the way, pads go on soon, tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You excited?
I'm excited. Let's
Yeah.
get to it.
You tired of just running routes in
It's
shorts?
time to put the pads on and have some real fun.
Real fun. What's one thing that people may not know about you, other than if they listen to this show, they know that you've had a problem keeping weight on in the past, which, by the way, you look like you bulked up a little
Thanks.
bit.
Yeah, I'm trying
Gained
to.
a little weight?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold on to
All
it as much as I
muscle?
can. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something people may not know about you that's
It's always a tough question for me.
nice beard, by the way.
Thanks, I'm growing that out.
Are you letting that
I
go?
got long hair right now, too.
I like
I'm
it.
trying to just switch it up a little bit, have
Yeah.
some fun.
Is that a thing with the whole team, or is it just you? Or?
Last year, Chris Jones, actually, we sit right next to each other in the locker room, and he
Mm-hmm.
was always telling me, man, I'm going to grow my hair out. And I was like, all right, you know what, I'll do it with you. And I ended up, bailing, halfway through the season or something, and he kept going, and so he's always giving me a hard time. And so I was like, I'll just keep it growing. So it's been growing, I think, since March now, maybe February. So
Yeah.
let it grow, and
Let it-
Nussmeyer's always giving me a hard time about it. But,
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold on to it until it gets too hot, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, we play inside, so maybe we'll
Yeah,
get to
right?
that. So-
Yeah.
Except
yeah.
practice, that might be a little rough into August.
Yeah.
So we'll
Just
see.
gotta, hopefully I'm in good shape there, and it won't bother me too much. But
Yeah.
some people don't know about me. I mean, if not a lot of people, I don't know if they watch the college stats or anything, but I was a walk-on back then, and so I came out of my high school as a small 3A in Oklahoma. I don't know if you're familiar with 3A Oklahoma ball, but we passed it maybe 5 times a game,
Uh-huh.
and so we didn't have a lot of guys, so I had to play offensive tackle actually. I'm about 6'3",
Really?
about 195 pounds. Just get in there and do what I could with all these other Oklahoma boys. So
Yeah.
and,
How did you transition to tight
Well, I
end?
had always been a tight end before that and receiver.
Mhm.
My coach was like, "Hey man, we need you to play tackle." I was like, "Okay, whatever for the team."
Yeah.
So and then I didn't have much recruiting because of that, and kind of emailed Oklahoma State, and they said, "Hey, come up, no promises," and then kind of viewed the place and had to do the actual tryout. The bench press, the vertical, the 40.
Yeah.
They must have needed an extra scout guy or something that snuck in the door. So
Kind of worked out.
yeah.
So
I
that
wouldn't
started
change any of
with
it.
an email.
Yep. Because I remember there was another who was a running back, and he went to Southwestern Oklahoma State, and my coach you should seriously. He was talking to him. You should seriously consider emailing these teams, see if they would give you a shot. And I was like, yeah, I'd like to do that. So and it worked out. I wouldn't change any of it.
Oh man. So kids, for everybody listening, if you have dreams, it can all start with an email. That was his ticket to the
Find a
NFL.
connection. That's all
Started
it is.
with an email.
That's right.
Well, man, I appreciate you taking a few minutes. Hope maybe we can get you back on sometime during the season.
Yeah.
It's always you're always such a nice,
Hey,
pleasant person.
Oh, I appreciate that.
On and off camera.
I appreciate
You
that.
just seem like you're enjoying
to.
this experience.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
Always, right?
That's right. That's right.
Well, we will be back with another episode soon from Oxnard, California with Hangin' with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?